Good morning. I'm Louis Orloff with Reserve Fund Advisors. We are a registered investment advisor here in the state of Florida. We specialize in helping condominium associations better invest their funds. In order to do that, we had to develop a way to look at reserve funds over the course of time, and you are seeing what that looks like. We have taken the data from two Falcon reports dated July 10th, 2024. One is the Structural Integrity Reserve Study. The other is the Capital Reserve Fund Analysis. And in here is a C section. C is in Charlie. And we've gone to the page marked C1 to obtain some starting data about your association. And let me make this a little larger for you. So on one report, they show an initial fund balance of $1,008,84027. We've added to that the capital reserves of $1,487,798 to arrive at a starting balance of $3,371,825. Just next to that number is the prior year annual contribution of $441,200 plus $558,700, which we divided by 12 and divided by 147 units to come up with an average per unit of $566. We understand that some people may be paying more and some people may be paying less, but the sum of the parts equals the whole. Also, part of what I do is I am the homeowner delegate for the Florida Legislative Affairs Committee for CAI, Community Association Institute, and I've worked on legislation in Tallahassee now for the last almost 6 years. I draft some of it, I critique some of it, we argue about a lot of it, we go back and forth. There's a lot of different people involved, and every year we get left with, I think, a better piece of legislation. So I have a good idea of what that entails also. So what this tells me at first glance is that you have plenty of money. Now, I'm going to run this for you more than their 25 years. I've set it up for 30 years. By the way, they removed your inflation adjustment. I think we're always going to have inflation, and we can put that in. So let's just put that in. It's not going to radically change anything other than throw you into a deficit way back down the road or way up the road. Having said that, in year one, according to their report, you have no expenses. In year two, you are going to be waterproofing the garage deck, which is a SERS item, so it has to be done, and you have to have $11,870 available to do that. The next year, they have nothing in their report that you have to do. We get to this year, and this all has to do with the lobby, pretty much. You do have some waterproofing to be done on the facade. that must be done. The rest of this is all optional non-sirs. I'll just say it's non-sirs. So there's your picture. You're in pretty good health. You have a deficit coming up down here. We can get rid of that deficit very easily by buying some CDs along the way with all your excess money. I was told in passing that you decided that the elevators actually were already done or were being done at the time of the report. So let's move those elevators to the beginning of time. And we just do that very simply by going into your model, elevator, and we're just going to give these 0 remaining life. Now, they're still going to show up again in that 25th year or 15th year, whichever the case may be, depending on the items. I personally, from my personal experience, when you redo the whole elevator, you redo the cab, you redo the controls, you redo the doors, you redo the flooring. So this 15-year modernization, well, it's just something to think about. Anyway, we're going to save that. We're going to reset this. We're going to start it over. And this assumes that you did all the elevators at the beginning and they appear again. I'm sorry, I have to extend this out 30 years. We'll put back in that inflation because the law allows you to put inflation in, but not the law that they based their report on. Their report stated July 10th, 2024. The law changed on July 1st. They did not change their explanations to account for the new changes in the law. So we're going to include inflation. And what this shows us is that mathematically, right now, you have a deficit of $39,000. So if we were going to just do an assessment to deal with that, we'll take an immediate assessment. Let's take a little extra. Let's do $40,000. That's $272 a unit. Now you have no deficit. Again, I can make this go away with some earnings, or you could do a little fee increase. But right now you're at $566 a month. No change all the way across the scope. So if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. If you'd like to be able to work with this model, it is available. And if you have a criticism about this approach, I would love to hear it. Thank you very much. Again, my name is Louis Orloff, Reserve Fund Advisors.